Yeah. So the first thing I'd like you to write down for me, without trying to link it to your speech. I know you're speaking on resilience, okay? I know you're speaking on leadership. I don't care. I just want to know what your talent. If your talent is, I'm very good at telling lame jokes, write it down. It has value. It has value. If you have talent for improv, you can think fast on your feet. That's a talent because you could use it in your speech. Got it? All right? So please do that for me right now. I'll give you guys, this one, please don't use Eric.ai. You do your own thinking. What do you think are your top 3 talents? Write it down on page 27. You'll see on 27, there's talent 1, talent 2, talent 3. You just got to fill in the blanks for the left-hand side will do. What are your top 3 talents? Things that you do naturally well. Wait, someone laughing. Come on, share the laughter. What was it? What was that? Get a life. Yes. Some music, please. Take another 1 more minute. Okay. Don't try to link it with your speech. The linking comes later. So it could even be, you're good at cooking. What if you could do a cooking demo and share how the ingredients represent, your pointers? Wouldn't that be cool? So I said, the creativity part later, but that's what client want today. They don't want us to be educators. They want us to be edutainers. I tell you, nowadays, make money not easier. You need to be very interesting. Cannot be boring. I'll show you one. So what is my talent? I think I'm really good with languages. I learn languages pretty fast, and I like singing as well. So recently in my Indonesia keynote, I go and memorize one of their love songs, and I use their love song as part of my speech. I'll show you maybe 10 seconds of it.
To connect with my Indonesia audience. Do you recognize the song?
Okay, enough. Okay, done. All right, so this is it. They like it, right? So if you know languages, you can sing. They really love it that you put in the effort to do that. Especially since we're all going global, right? We're not just being in Singapore. That's the reason why you see on our title, it says the world is your stage. Not Singapore, Tiong Bahru is your stage, right? So it's the whole world. So that's one way. The second one I want to talk about is actually your experiences. That one is also very interesting. I also noticed that these days when clients come and hire us to talk about leadership, future of work, resilience, they will always ask you, what experiences are you planning to share on stage? Because they know that facts tell, story sells. So they actually want to know ahead of time what stories you have. So imagine if you had, so I was coaching one of your Lightbringers 2 days ago. We're helping her with a TEDx speech. How many of you would love to speak at TED platform one day? We have quite a number of TED speakers already, so we can leverage on them because you need to be referred, right? Word of mouth. So anyway, she's speaking on, what's the topic? Let me recall. She is speaking on women empowerment. And one of her experience is her miscarriage. She was having, her whole life she'd been told what to do. The whole speech title was, instead of fitting in, you should fit you. So don't fit in, fit you, right? That's a FP. We'll learn FP tomorrow. It's a key message. So she said that to fit you, step number one is you got to have the courage to say enough is enough. So that's a key point, right? But what stories are you going to bring in to share that enough is enough? So she said that her whole life she's always told what to do. And then one day when she had a miscarriage, she lost a baby, everybody tell her what to do. Oh, you should see a therapist, you should have another child, you should really look at yourself, maybe your womb is not working, and she was so fed up with that she decided that, enough is enough. So she shared that miscarriage story, right? And it was a very painful story to share because when I was coaching her, she was tearing a lot. Yeah, but it was an important story to share. So whatever experiences you have, this is where you really want to put that in the forefront. Have you been bullied before? Have you been, like I said, have you failed before? All these are stories that I want. So for now, I'd like you to take a few minutes, think about your best 3 experiences. Now, experiences doesn't always have to be Korean drama kind, okay? It could be peak experiences as well. It could be like the best thing that happened to you. Maybe when you got promoted, or maybe, you had your first child, or when you just got married, what was it like, right? So you could share those experiences. Again, it doesn't have to relate to your topic. In fact, the more it doesn't relate to the topic, the more creative your entire speech will become. So could you now give me your best 3 experiences? Go for it. I'll give you about 2 minutes to do that. All right? Experiences that if I bring you to a party, right, and then you share, everybody will clap for you. They're like, wow, this is so cool. Right? Wow, I wish I had this kind of experience. So please put that down. If you have more, feel free to throw in more. Okay, so for those of you who are done, you can see what I'm tinkering with Eric.ai. So we are still on Juliana. So later on, when you can type next, or you can just type what experiences and talents I can leverage to stand out. Because you have already answered the 30 questions, we actually have enough raw materials about you. We have also identified some of it. So for example, Juliana, you overcoming extreme poverty, growing up in challenging conditions, including being a child of the dumps, would have been one of the top 3 experiences that you should consider in your speech. Another one is you have turned hardship into a structured message. So your metaphor of the field of diamonds is very relatable and visually impactful. So this is something you can also consider in your speech. Like how can you map up the entire stage to look like a field of diamonds? Right? Something you think. Or could diamond be a prop that you can use throughout your speech as well? Then obviously the other things will be your expertise, which is your 37 years of experience in training. Okay. So all these, oh wow, winning 14 awards. You should be like leading tomorrow's session. Wow. And being recognized by member of parliament. There you go. You see, winning 15 awards, 14 awards would definitely be considered a talent. Right? Fantastic. And then your understanding of spirituality. So what Eric.ai does is that it analyzes the answers that you have given us to give you more pointers on how you could stand out from all the rest of them who is speaking on resilience. And it literally gave you six reasons. Our last session in September, we invited one of our Lightbringer to come up to speak. He is a German. He's a lawyer, patent lawyer. And he actually shared this to the class. I don't know if the refreshers remember that. Because usually for USP, I only need you to have 3 USP. Good enough. He showed us a slide of 12 USPs. He had a PowerPoint slide to show 12 different USPs, including he used to be a politician in Germany. I didn't know that. He used to also be a heavyweight lifter. On top of him being a lawyer, can speak German, can speak French. So he had a whole list, and he told the class, the reason why I can charge $25,000 per speech, he charged $25,000 per speech, is because I didn't have just 3 USP, I got 12 USP, therefore the only person that can speak on my topic is me and me only, therefore I can have 25,000. And he's a German, so the way he speaks is like the reason why I can speak is this, right? It's really good, very earnest guy. So I invite you to really, when you go back and work on the niche quest, in the niche quest, I will give you a chance to think about your USP in 4 different ways. You really want to sit back and ask yourself what sets you apart from the rest. You could use Eric.ai. You could think back, ask your peers, ask your friends, what makes me so different from other people? Generally, I only want 2 things, experiences and talents. These 2, okay? Now, I'm going to give you 2 more perspectives of how you can differentiate yourself. This technique, I learned it from being on YouTube. It's called vertical mashed up and horizontal mashed up. So this is how, when we create our own YouTube channel, we would study our competitors. And by studying our competitors, we know what's out there in the market. And then we deliberately do things differently from our competitors. So I'll show you how I apply this to speaking. Right? So this is called vertical mashed up. Why do I call vertical? Because you are comparing with people in the same vertical as you, the same industry as you. So this is what I did. So my business topic is customer acquisition, which is marketing, right? So what I did when I was building my own brand is I went and looked at all the other marketing speakers that are very well known in the market. And I found 2. Number 1 is Grant Cardone. I mean, if you don't know him, it's understandable, but he's really very well known in the sales and marketing world. He is considered the godfather of selling. And if you see over here, as I studied him, he is larger than life. He comes out of a jet plane. How many of you can come out of a jet plane? Right? No, so he comes out of a jet plane and he has this big daddy vibes. And his focus is on how to make money using real estate. So selling in the real estate world. So that's him. Then another one, so I thought, okay, I better pick an Asian, right? Some Asian. So I picked Dan Lok, Asian. And then he is like, wow, super luxurious life. He's always showing his Bentley. If you saw his videos, it's always a nice Bentley. I don't even have Bentley, I see Grab, you know. So like Bentley, and then he does high ticket closing, which is how do you sell $20,000 items, $30,000 items? That was him. So these are like one of the best in the field of marketing, sales and marketing. So what I did was I list down everything they do, right? And I intentionally do the opposite. Because the market doesn't need more Dan Loks and Grant Cardone. The market always wants someone else different. So you take all your competitors speaking on your topic, you list down everything they've done, and you do the opposite. So if they, for example, they use a lot of data and research,